At Chasin Trails Outdoors, we don't have the biggest animals, the biggest trophy animals out there, but we've had some really cool hunts and exciting times. And this episode today is just showing you guys some of the animals we've shot at over the past 6 years. I just shot one. Now this was my second bear I'd ever gotten, and I'll be quite honest with you, my guide was telling me that this wasn't worth it and to wait and be patient, but this was the last day of bear season in the spring and I was desperate to get a bear and get meat in the freezer, and honestly I should have just listened to my guide. Now this is the third hunt of my third spring of bear hunting. Tyson's with me. I'm so excited. It's our first hunt together. I've also taken up archery hunting, and I'm so happy with how this one turned out. Something I had discovered to be really difficult was actually trying to film a grouse hunt. I mean, sometimes you're just taking a shot right off the cuff when they're flying, getting cameras ready, so this was a lot harder than I anticipated, although I did end up getting something. I just wanted to show you guys this little bit. 2020 was a great hunting year for me. Spring bear went well with Tyson, we had great grouse season, and now deer season was really starting to shape up. This deer knows something's not right. It keeps looking at the blind. So as quietly as possible, I am slowly getting my bow into place and getting ready for my shot. To anyone who has never hunted, they'll never understand the effects of buck fever. That moment when your heart is pounding, your brain shuts off, and to be honest with you, with hunters, especially bow hunting, everything becomes muscle memory. As the deer keeps moving left, he puts his head out of line of sight, giving me the perfect opportunity to draw my bow without him seeing me, and then slowly move into the window for the shot. "2021 turned out to be a really rough spring for us. We had to change our bear sites because of logging going on in an old one. Trevor and I found this place, and although the geographic location kind of made it wind-wise hard to hunt, man did it ever have some nice bears. Now, that same spring, I had been invited up to the Dalhousie Island Lake Club. A friend of mine guided bears up in northern New Brunswick, so I took Tyson and my parents. We all went up to spend a few days up at the lake, although it rained and poured and it was just a miserable 4 days up there. The hunting was amazing.
Big one.
2022, what a year. Now, I have had personal one-on-one minor training in bushcrafting and outdoor survival from an actual survival expert, Wayne Russell, from St. John, New Brunswick. But after I got this bear, I literally forgot everything and made so many mistakes. It ended up getting me lost in the woods for a little bit until Trevor found me. That following fall, my brother was supposed to come up, but he ended up getting COVID, and so he couldn't come up for the fall bear season. I already knew deer season was coming, but I had September bear. I decided to get things ready. Little did I know that this would be the second step in a 3-step process to my most successful year hunting ever. Having finally drawn a doe tag, I got a spot set up in Havelock, New Brunswick on one of the farms, and I've got recurring deer coming in, does and a couple of little button bucks. But this didn't turn out to be the harvest that everyone dreams of. Unfortunately, this one came with no glory. It did come with meat, it did come with a successful harvest, but not as successful as it could have been. Take a look. My shot turned out not to be as accurate as I had anticipated. Although I am a fairly decent archer, somehow I ended up getting a bad shot on this doe. I hit it low, ended up bumping it twice that night, and I had to come back the next day and spend hours. I think I have a combined total of about 7 hours searching, and I did finally find her. Well, gang, I found her. Oh, she still wasn't dead. This is why it's important to know your ranges. This is why it's important to practice your shots. And this was a very, very sobering moment for me. We are hunters. Our job is to be as ethical as possible. And this was a huge reality check for me that I needed to do better. Well, guys, that is it for this episode of Chasing Trails Outdoors. I hope you enjoyed this sort of recap of all the different hunting experiences Trevor and I have had. Trevor's been there for some. He's consulted on others. I wouldn't be where I am today hunting without him, and of course without some others who have definitely had some major influences on my hunting as well. Thank you all for watching this episode of Chasing Trails Outdoors. Have yourselves a great day.